Welcome back to NewsWatch. The buzz surrounding Central's men's basketball team has grown quite loud. The team hasn't made this much noise since the 1970s. NewsWatch reporter Brandon Shryack had the opportunity to catch up with the leading scorer of the season and the coach to learn more about the success this season.
Central Washington University men's basketball team has made history. Head coach Greg Sparling has led the Wildcats to their best record since 1970. Under Dean Nicholson, through that season, they had a 31-2 record, and this season is equally impressive at 23-3 through the regular season. Coach Sparling says teams in the past set the standard.
If you look at teams 15, 20 years ago, they set the tone. I mean, they came in here and won a lot of games, and everybody knows who Central Washington is. Now we just got to carry it on, especially in D2 and hosting the West Regionals. You know, it's huge. We went up to 5 in the country today, and that's a feather in the cap to our guys.
Central will host Seattle Pacific University right here at Nicholson Pavilion behind me tomorrow night. At this point in the season, they are one and done, so they must continue to win if they want to become national champions. Senior shooting guard Jamar Berry earned Newcomer of the Year award this season, and it's no surprise as he's led the Cats in scoring this year. After winning the first ever GNAC tournament, they want to win it all.
Man, that was great, man. That was one of the goals we wanted to accomplish from day one, as far as winning the conference championship and winning conference tournament. And you know, we've succeeded in them goals. We checked them off, and now we're hosting regionals, which was another goal. And it's time to go bring this national championship back home to Ellensburg.
Reporting for NewsWatch, I'm Brandon Shryack.
The Central Washington University softball team didn't let the weather conditions keep them from playing. Last weekend's 4-game series against Montana State Billings was relocated from Ellensburg to Selah. The Wildcats took 3 of the 4 games despite no home field advantage. Sophomore Corinna Wagner helped lead the Wildcats with a home run in each game. Central is now 5-4 overall and 3-1 in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. The girls' next series is away on March 19th and 20th against Western Oregon. The Central Washington University baseball team lost both games to Western Oregon last weekend, in spite of junior Brady Kincanon's combined 6 hits. The loss was the Wildcats' 15th straight to Western Oregon and 8th overall. Kincanon previously played for Western Oregon and contributed to 1/3 of the Wildcats' overall offense. The Wildcats return home this weekend for 2 games against Northwest Nazarene starting tomorrow at noon. Ellensburg High School track and field is set and ready to go for the 2011 outdoor season. Last season finished on a high note with a group of athletes who shined at the state meet. Head coach John Arlt says the team ended with its best performances and they are in a good spot to begin this season. Ellensburg first meet is this Saturday at Eisenhower High School. Coach Todd Gibson has a warning for opponents who think Ellensburg High School baseball is headed for a down season. The Bulldogs are out to prove them wrong. The team begins their season Saturday at a jamboree in Eastmont. Gibson says that several players will need to step up after 7 All-League selections graduated from last year's conference championship team. Their first home game is March 17th. Now Bobby Stover joins us to discuss the Pac-10 tournament.
The Pac-10 tournament is held at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. While I can see the appeal of the tournament taking place there, it seems that UCLA and the University of Southern California have an advantage with it being in downtown LA. In fact, a Southern California school has been involved in the championship game in 6 of the past 9 years. Though UCLA and SC have won the tournament twice and once respectively, there is no denying that unless these teams are doing well, the reception is lukewarm. In fact, the highest attendance ever recorded for a Pac-10 game in Staples had USC in it. This was a championship game in 2002 that drew nearly 19,000 between Arizona and USC. In 2008, I went with a friend to Los Angeles to see the tournament, and while I was impressed with the Staples Center, the atmosphere for the games wasn't impressive. Despite the Pac-10 having a good year in terms of basketball and featuring a plethora of talent. Yet the game that drew the biggest crowd was USC and UCLA in the semifinals. Though there are some positives for the tournament being held in Staples, such as FSN, the station that broadcasts the tournament, has its headquarters right down the street. Also, LA is the second largest media market in the U.S. Therefore, there are other things to do there. The venue should make money off the tournament because tickets are so expensive. The cheapest price for attending the tournament is around $250. This is unfair for fans or students of schools that only want to see their team play and not any other games. I believe that the Pac-10 should rotate to a different arena each year for 5 years. First year, it could be held at Staples, then the Arco Arena in Sacramento, then the Rose Garden in Portland, then the Key Arena in Seattle, and finally the U.S. Airways Arena in Phoenix. This would give home court advantage to every school in the Pac-10. It would also make it easier on the students who can't afford a trip to LA. If the Pac-10 tournament takes place in a city like Seattle, the Key would be rocking. It would only add to the magnitude of the tournament if the Huskies or Cougars are doing well. Though this system that I propose is imperfect, it is a better alternative than what is currently in place. It would be a fair system for every Pac-10 school. That's my view from the court. Now back to Kevin.
Coming up after the break, find out what your weather will be like when you wake up tomorrow morning. Also, your kid pick of the week. Don't go anywhere.